Tonight, Toastmaster Nathan Martin is going to take some of us to places we've never been before. Probably dragging and screaming and kicking, because change is not everybody's forte. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Nathan Martin, New Methods of Communication.
The problem with communication is the illusion that it has been accomplished. I believe this is as true today as it was 100 years ago when George Bernard Shaw said it. Today, though, we have more ways to communicate. Not necessarily better or worse, just different. I want to share a few different methods this evening of ways of communication. And I hope that you'll see the things that we're learning here at Toastmasters and how we are improving our methods of communication here in a speaking format can apply in all types of different communications. So I had a little bit of technical difficulties this evening. So we will be using an older format of communication to go through this. The visual aids are not electronic. You just take a pack and hand the rest down. I want to talk about three different methods of communication. They're all on the internet, the World Wide Web. I'm not going to talk about email. I'm not going to talk about YouTube, although that's a fabulous place and a way to communicate. I'm talking about venues that will pass things on. Nate just saw page 3. All right, let's start with Twitter. Basically, when you Twitter, you tweet is what it's called. You are putting out a message that is 140 characters or less, or fewer. So 140 characters is what you have to shrink your little message down to. It's very good if you're on the road and want to say something. You can type it into your text, push send, and it's out there for the whole world to see. Twitter is unrestricted. Anybody can go on and look at your page and see what you've tweeted. It's gotten very popular. People like Ashton Kutcher, Lance Armstrong has gotten very big into Twitter, and people enjoy following him, seeing what he's doing, what he's up to. And it's an interesting way to communicate. I took a screenshot of my Twitter. Saturday, I put floating down Standing Stone with Steph and Steve. I was kayaking, I had my cell phone with me, so I typed in floating down the river. It's a quick little message to just say anything that's interesting going on in your life. Some people say everything that's going on in your life. And you can't possibly follow everything that everyone is doing at any one time. I'm going to show you in a minute how we can zero in on the things of interest to you. I want to show you a couple other quick things, though. I also tweeted an article on public speaking the other day. That's a link to an article that's out on the World Wide Web. So there's a link that I just put out there for anybody that was interested in looking at it. I pushed a button, it went to my Twitter account, my Facebook account, my LinkedIn account, and a few other social media accounts. The same link is out there on all those places, and then wherever people are connected with me, they can see that link and click on it to check out the article on public speaking. I also have, you see Barefoot Exec right there? That is a Twitter name. That lady posted, we are 25% done with 2010. Are you 25% to the finish line with your goals? I thought that was pretty neat, so I retweeted it. I pushed the button and went back out to all my followers. So anybody that looks at what I post could see that message now too. It's one of the ways that things go viral now. If you post a great article or a great video, you put it out to your followers, one of your followers sees it, because that's really neat. They post it to their followers and friends. Next thing you know, it just keeps going out, going out, going out. And it's incredible. The 6 degrees of separation, if you guys are familiar with that. So you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows Nate Lehman. So you're connected to Nate Lehman within 6 degrees of separation. Everybody is. And it's even smaller with the web because you have so many connections on Twitter. I have 1,200 followers on Twitter. I don't know all those people. All right. Okay. Search Twitter. The second page, searchtwitter.com. I just typed in Chambersburg, and I can see all the conversations going on Twitter that contain the words Chambersburg. You put any word that you'd like into that search field. It's interesting. The first couple are job listings. There's a veteran doing some speeches. There's all different, any conversation you can imagine is going on Twitter. It's a fascinating way to keep up with what's going on in the world. On the right side, you see trending topics. Those are the most quoted things that are going on. Third page. That handsome devil has a Facebook page. Now, Nate made a quote there. All lack in financial difficulty begin in the mind, better believe it, blah, blah, blah. Okay, now below that, there's a grayed out box. There's a conversation going on right there. Mostly it's between Nate and I, but a lot of times you'll have a very long string of the conversation going between all your friends. Facebook, the unique thing about Facebook is only your friends can see what you're saying on Facebook. Not everybody in the world can see that. Quickly to the third method of communication. This is a snapshot of part of my blog. The thing about a blog is, again, anybody in the world can see it. All it is a web page. It's very simple to put up. It's free. You can put, here I've embedded a video into my blog post. So I wrote a little piece about the Speakathon and the speech contest 2 weeks ago, and I embedded a video into it that anybody can watch if they want to. I use it as a diary, basically, so anybody interested in seeing what's going on in my life can tune in. Gives me a little more space than Facebook or Twitter would. Those are 3 quick methods of communication that you should familiarize yourself with. They're very useful in the 21st century. And you should all pat yourself on the back for coming out and learning how to better your communication here every Monday night. I want to close with another quote by George Bernard Shaw. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. Mr. Tesser.